Thank you, Vikas sir, for this opportunity. Hi everyone, this is Rahil, and to the first episode of CEO's Insite, we have Mr. Vikas Rawat, who is founder, managing director, and chairman at Global Garner. Global Garner is an institution that is currently empowering youth, empowering a generation ahead with entrepreneurial opportunities that they are giving. We'll want to know more about the journey and everything that has been till now from the person himself. Thank you so much, sir, for the time. And आपसे जानना चाहूँगा कि इसकी शुरुआत कैसे हुई? How did from an idea to the inception stage to the MVP stage, कैसे आपने ये सोचा था?
I think the first phase of Global Garner, which was designed, it was only for the purpose where I just needed some money for my survival, right? Because I left my job in 2010, then I have started one business, then again I failed. Again I got into a job, then now I was not getting my kick in my job, right? Okay. So I just wanted to have a survival income from my entrepreneurial journey. So from there actually Global Garner was designed in first phase, okay, where I just wanted to be almost like a consultant to people, where people will hire me on incentive basis, right, and I will give them services and I will take my incentive. But somehow I got this thing ki what I am trying to do is something which is very new to the system and nobody is doing. The best part of this, what we are doing in Global Garner is that nobody was doing a post-paid sales service. Forget about post-paid, even prepaid sales service was not there in the country. Correct. Not only in India, but across the world. There is no agency in the world who says that I will sell your product and once your product is sold, then I will take my commission, right? So I think that became my mantra for Global Garner, and then we started building the system from there. Why to limit myself to only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 assignments? Let's make it as a entire structure. Let's create a company around that. Now, first phase we thought, okay, we'll do a listing service. Then from listing to involving the middleman, which is UPOS or our channel partners, and finally the consumer benefit, which comes from the cashback ecosystem. So we have created win-win for everyone. So now consumer is enjoying his cashback. Middleman, without investing in so many franchises, he is able to do so many businesses in just one shot. Okay. And because it is digital, you don't need money to survive in the business. Because look, today people want to do business, right? But end of the day, it is very expensive affair. 90% of the time of an entrepreneur goes off for the working capital or fundraising or whatever. But with Global Garner, in UPOS, if you are focused enough to just accumulate 100, 200, 500 people in your POS, you are easily earning good amount, right? So, and you are diversified almost into every sector. You are selling insurance, you are selling gold, you are selling cars, you are selling air conditioning, you are selling mobiles, you are selling land, you are selling real estate properties. So, the entire catalog is so huge that now it is you who has to decide what needs to be done. You can select your sector and push. You can diversify your sector and push. You can have your employees around you and then push. It is totally up to you. We have created a platform which will help you to grow, bounce and leaps if you are really focused on what you want in life, right? Wow. So, and in the end, the vendor gets the sale. So for him, we are a purely post-paid salesman, so which was never there for him. Right. As a vendor, everybody proposed them something. Something prepaid format कि आप marketing करा लो, आप branding करा लो, आप ये करा लो, आप वो करा लो, but end of the day there was no result guarantee. Whereas what Global Garner mantra is, you just become our vendor. If we sell, then you give us, else you have nothing to pay. So, and plus we are giving the entire digital package to a vendor free of cost. Okay. His website, his mobile app, his listing, his payment gateways, his delivery services, everything integrated in one single system for him. And for which we are not charging even a single penny. Whereas other brands are charging almost 3 to 4 lakh rupees a year, right, for maintenance and for creation and everything. And we are doing all this on AWS also. Okay. So which is the most premium server to have for a vendor, and of course absolutely no cost, zero cost to a vendor. Wow. So now everyone can become a digital entrepreneur, right? Correct. So that is the idea of Global Garner.
Amazing. So generally businesses win-win होते हैं, ये win-win-win है, wherein customer wins, the vendor wins, and also the UPost member who becomes a partner benefits from the deal. Interesting. Now I have been following you, and it has been evident on LinkedIn as well that you started your journey from ground zero. Started selling insurances, and then went up to the ladder to becoming vice president and even partners for several brands. तो वो जर्नी के बारे में कुछ आप बता सकते हो कि I have seen your records as well. I mean, you have kept the previous records of your LinkedIn as well, which you were almost everywhere first into your zone, or probably the first, I mean, one of the top salesmen of your time. So when it comes to that journey and then now becoming an entrepreneur, how was it always a plan to start something of your own?
Coming from UP, being an entrepreneur was never a plan. The keen focus was 30%, 40% appraisal, one promotion. That was the core idea of my life. I just wanted to have appraisals and the thing. I think coming to Gujarat changed the entire dynamics of how I was thinking. Talking about my journey with corporates, I was an experiment by SDFC when SDFC actually got into a small project where they thought ki okay, let's see ki what undergraduates or less learned people are able to do. So the journey started from there. I was not even graduate when actually I entered SDFC. After I got my offer letter, then only I submitted my graduation this passing certificate. From there, I think SDFC has been an institution. The way I have today, what I implement in Global Garner also, system, everything. I think the learning curve in SDFC was very high for me, because they were totally focused on training the employee, grooming them well, power of communication, leadership skill, and number of trainings. I think my entire life revolves around SDFC only. There is no day when I don't talk about SDFC, right? So the entire journey started from there. From there, that entrepreneurial mindset, I think, started from there only. Because I never used to look at watch while working. Like 9 to 5 wala job I have never done. It was always like I am running my own business when I was branch manager, when I became regional manager or whatever. But it was always like it is my company, I have to do it, I have to gain this. And somehow I think that has helped me to drive today Global Garner also. Correct. Right? Because after some time your madness starts appealing to people also, right? Correct. So people also want to become part of your journey, they want to be mad like you. So slowly and gradually you start influencing people around you. So same ways, I think from there I switched to Birla, and in Birla I came to Gujarat, and then everything happened to me.
Amazing, amazing, very interesting. अगर इस जर्नी में से आपके 3 takeaways हो, 3 learnings हो in your job journey, what will that be?
I think job was the most crucial part of me, at least I can say. I'm not that much कहते हैं ना पढ़ा लिखा आदमी मैं नहीं हूँ. I've never been to college also. वो सब प्राइवेट में मैं पास किया था, राइट? तो my corporate journey was the thing where I learned a lot. System, processes, how big companies are being run, what are the processes, what is the importance of processes. Like in SDFC, if you want to even buy a samosa, you have to take 3 approvals, right? So I got to know how big companies run. People don't become big because कहते हैं ना, कई बार लोग बोलते हैं ना कि मेरे पास पैसा आ जाएगा, I'll input so many processes. You will never become big. You have to keep on putting in processes so you will become big. Becoming big is a process. People think that money brings the process. No, money never brings the process. It is within you. So my learning from, I think, corporate was immense. For me, it was more than an MBA or something like that. It taught me how to run a company. Because I was running my branch as if it is my own company. So I think, and I always tell to my kids also and to my fellow whoever asks me कि सर कैसे हमें अपनी entrepreneur journey शुरू करनी चाहिए, I always say कि work for someone. In both the ways you will learn. If that company is good company, you will learn the good processes. If that company is a bad company, you now know what not to do in your own company. Right? So in both the ways, it is really important for an entrepreneur to work for at least 5, 6, 10 years with some organization to learn what is the process. If you want to learn how to do everything, work for a startup. If you want to learn processes, system, I think big corporates are the thing where you should go.
Correct. Interesting. And since, I think, to select you as one of the first, speaker is also a reason because you are totally bootstrapped. And second, you have gotten valuation of over 6,000 crores. Now, those are massive numbers. I mean, I think probably even the 1% entrepreneurs can also dream for. So, to come to this level, you have faced like lot of hardship. अगर आपको आज ग्लोबल गार्नर शुरू करना होता तो कौन सी चीज़ें ऐसी होती जो आप डे 1 से इम्प्लीमेंट करते टू ग्रो 10x more faster than the entire learning curve that you had?
I think it's a tricky question, but I think for an entrepreneur it's a journey. There is no secret formula or a straightforward way to become successful, right? So I think I would like to keep it like what I did. I think during the journey I have learned a lot. Of course there have been बहुत सारे दोस्तों ने भी साथ छोड़ा, बहुत सारे bitching भी हुआ. There was some time when even paying my EMIs of my home was very tough. But still, I think that time gave me courage to run the entire show. Right. And I think God has His own way of testing people. If He wants to give something big to you, He will test you. So I think those testing phases we have crossed now. And now, of course, everything looks really good. But of course, there was a time when it was really tough for all of us to survive also, right? There are many employees in my company still today whom I have not paid salary for almost 8 months, 6 months, like that, right? But still they are with me, and today, of course, everyone has grown like anything. But yes, during the journey, it was really tough at that time, but today it seems to be okay. So I would not like to change anything. It's a good story to tell everyone.
Correct. That's very interesting. So the time when you started Global Garner, I was reading, I was watching you in an interview where you said that a big corporate tried to copy the entire business model and also, tried to fetch a lot of your employees to 6 times, 7 times their salaries. At that moment, I think any entrepreneur could break. Or probably could bend knees in front of, that giant who is trying to do that. And also, I'm sure they must have offered you very lucrative offer as well. Now, at that point, how did you choose to stand very still and, believed in yourself to continue? And
I have answered this question, and I think almost 100 times today. Okay. But I'll tell you, still today, I don't know how I did it. Something in me told me, let's not go into this. I got the token amount also, the money was credited in our account also, we did the raw agreement also, everything was happening, and we got a great offer, I got good money and everything. It was simply superb. A dream thing for any startup, right? Today we see that every startup is very happy when they get funding. Correct. They are not focusing on profit, but they get funding and they enjoy it like anything, right? So as a startup, just a 8-month-old startup and 700 crore ka valuation, 350 crore ka equity sell-off, and then you are getting salary which was your annual CTC sometime, and now somebody is proposing a monthly salary for as a monthly salary. Everything was very rosy, but somehow I don't know, I was not getting my kick. And my last experience with my Lakshya Merchandise Private Limited, the time I took investor in my company, that company collapsed. Somehow this time I never wanted my control to go off whatever I am creating. I thought of I will be slow, don't worry, I will come up, and then finally I decided no, it is not going to happen, I am not going to sell my equity, and I said no. But somehow he took it on his ego, and then he did whatever he could have done. And instrumental was my own people only, for whom actually I said that no, I don't want to do this. They were instrumental in breaking the entire thing down. Okay. So 18-19 I think was the toughest time for this company, because there were rumors, Global Garner bhag gaya, now they are not in picture, dekho uske sare employees bhi chale gaye and everything. They created all nonsense stories around us. Okay. And we had a nose drop fall, I think. That was the time when actually I thought of even, there was once I was going to Bangalore and I told my wife, let's think of now going into insolvency. right? Let's file insolvency. I don't think so. Business is in my blood, so I'll not be able to do it. Let's go for it. And this is my last tour. If something happens in this tour, it is good. If not, then I'll quit. I don't think so we can now run this company, because every month we have to arrange 25-30 lakh rupees for salary, ye, wo. But then God was great. Somehow and something, I always tell people, I am a miracle. If you want to see miracle, I am the person. Study wise, I am zero, qualification, everything I am zero. Right. But somehow, I think the only statement which I have in my life is, "Be Ziddhi, keep walking." I think that is working out. And because of that, God is also blessing me with some of the success that I am seeing right now.
Be Ziddhi and keep walking.
Yes.
That's the mantra.
Right.
Very nice. Now, let's say someone who wants to get today, empaneled to the system that we have created, probably USOP or any other ways that Global Garner is supporting. How वो कैसे कर सकता है? एक let's say someone who is going to a college probably wants to earn some extra money, or someone who is already running some kind of self entrepreneurship and wants to associate it with Global Garner. So how can that process go, and what is something that you look for?
Look, we have very easy process for everything. Let's say, as I started my, I'll say before even getting into a job, I started my sales journey. I liked mobile very much when I was in class 10th. And I still remember in 11th I had my first mobile, and I purchased it on my pocket money only. How I purchased it? I have gone to a shop, told him कि सर ये मोबाइल चाहिए मुझे, अब कैसे आप दोगे? तो उन्होंने बोला पैसे से ही देंगे, और कैसे देंगे? मैंने कहा पैसे नहीं है, अभी बताइए कैसे देंगे. तो he told me, if you will sell 2 mobiles for me, I'll give you 1 mobile for free. उस समय मोबाइल्स में बड़ा अच्छा मार्जिन होता था. So Nokia 5110 was my first mobile. So from there actually my sales journey started. Same ways I think today, but that was a skillful thing. I need to learn a project and then I need to sell. I think somehow I was able to successfully create that model in Global Garner. Now, if even a student who wants to earn some extra money, or he has 100 relatives, let's say 50 relatives, now he can offer them those services which for him virtually was impossible, because आज उसको अगर franchise buy करने हैं 10, so it will require at least 10 crore rupees, right? Correct. Plus to run working capital, this and that. But with my UPOS, today he is able to do 20 crore product transaction with just single window. And best part is, it is totally digital. So let's say he wants to sell Kalyan Jewellers to his maybe some sister getting married, or maybe car or honeymoon packages, or maybe flight tickets, or maybe home furniture, or maybe some electronics, some anything, almost 20 crore product and catalogs in the catalog, right? Second, financial service. He wants to sell loan, it is there. He wants to give insurance, it is there. He wants to have his own ATM. Now we are getting into the ATM sector also, where we are giving an ATM free with our professional UPOS. So now even he can have a ATM in his UPOS store, where people will come and withdraw money, and he'll keep on making money. So that is how we have made this business so simple that now even anybody can just get into an entrepreneurial journey, and he can get a flavor of any business that he wants. Be it travel, be it financial services, be it anything, real estate. Even we are selling properties from Dubai also, Dumak and Danube. We are all selling all these things. In India also we have n number of builders registered on our platform. So the solar, if you want to sell, EVs, everything is just compactly packed in one package, which is our UPOS. So whatever you want to do today, you can just have a UPOS, start getting into the customer trade. And best part of our UPOS is, you are not changing anyone's behavior. You are not saying, okay, don't go to Reliance, come to this place. Don't go to Chroma, come to this place. You are saying, okay, you want to go to Chroma, you go to Chroma. You want to go to Reliance, you go to Reliance. You want to go to Amazon, you go to Amazon. I have everything. And the best part for the consumer is, you get something extra as an incentive. Right. You are getting cashbacks, or maybe a My Circle, where you can earn up to 1 crore rupee, or 100% cashback, or coins. You are getting n number of packages as a consumer. And best part is, as a consumer, you are not changing any of your behavior. Right. You are just focusing on one thing, which is your shopping, which you are doing since long. We are not changing anything. If you are getting, let's say, a mobile for 10,000 rupees, we are saying you will get at least 200 rupees sasta from us. So best part is ki as a consumer, if you are directly going to the brand and going through Global Garner, you are getting something extra from Global Garner. And it is not something ki, let's say Pantaloon is giving you 70% off, and if you go through Global Garner, it will be 65. You get 70% also, and you get our 100% or 1 crore also. So it is an add-on to a customer. So the customer has nothing to lose. I'm not saying कि आप शक्ति भोग आटा खाओ छोड़ के आप आशीर्वाद खाओ या आशीर्वाद छोड़ के आप बाबा जी का आटा खाओ, whatever. So end of the day, as a consumer, you are not changing any of your preferences, and the middleman is earning on anything what you are buying. So that is how I think new entrepreneurs can always think on it. Second part is you are already running into a business. Let's say you are having an electronic shop or maybe a kirana shop. You already have a consumer base of let's say 100 or 500 people, but you are not multiplying your income on them. Like today, if you see Reliance, Tata's, what they are doing is they are buying multiple businesses. They are diversifying left, right, center. What is helping this? Because they already have a database of a consumer. You also have a database. No, your database is small. The only challenge is your database is small, but still you are not able to capitalize on that. Let's say now if you have 500 customers with you, you can earn more than 2,000 rupees per customer per month. So let's say if you are taking a rough idea, almost 10 lakh rupees a month, where you are not actually doing anything. You are just redirecting to a customer. Okay, now you use Global Garner app, go to any vendor, do whatever transaction you want. That vendor is happy because customer is coming. We are happy because now we are getting incentivized. We are passing that incentives to our channel partners and our POS owners. So that is how easy is Global Garner ecosystem. And for anybody coming into the system, there is no money required. Let's say you are a vendor, no money is required. You are becoming channel partner, no money is required. Only product that we sell is UPOS, where we have integrated all these products, 20 crore products and services, where you it starts from 72,000 to 6,30,000 rupees. So depending upon your investment or risk taking appetite, you can buy our software and start trading. So best part is you trade into anything and everything, and plus customer gets cashbacks.
Amazing. Now I have seen some of your posts as well on legacy brands that have been created. You also named Reliance, who are entering every business possible into their arena. But I also can see that the entire fuss that startups have created right now, that they are burning money, burning cash to acquire customers, and in one of the interviews again, I found that you have never used any inorganic methods to grow your customer base. What is your take on startups which are currently burning cash? At the same point of time, how do you think they can leverage organic channels to grow themselves into the business?
Look, I have always felt if you are doing something good, you can charge for it, right? For free, I think everybody will come. If today I will make a langar downstairs, everybody will come and eat. And if I am assuming that these people will come again when I put even 1 rupee price, I think I am sadly mistaken. Today's startup ecosystem, I think it is more of selling your own company has become a product, right? I'm not against anyone. I basically, look, I'm not that much learned to understand all these things. But basic idea of business is, for me, is making profits. My keen focus always on whatever I do is, I should enter into profits. It should not be like if you see, there are n number company who came into wallet business, right? And suddenly UPI came in. Suddenly the entire business model, they spent almost 10,000 crore rupees to acquire customer. Now that customer is not into their wallet business. It has gone totally into UPI and everything. So I don't think you need to keep on burning money to acquire customer. If you have created something like today, Uber and Ola, if you see, they are fantastic models. Even if they will charge premium, people are bound to pay. Like there was Meru, people used to take 25 rupees per kilometer because whoever wants premium service is ready to pay that premium. Today you go to airport and you buy a water bottle, it will cost you at least 100 rupees, right? So I think premium things are premium. They should remain premium, and prime focus of a businessman should be to run the business rather selling his equity and just creating a short term look. I always say this also, running a business is not something which is only profit making, money making by selling your equity. It is a journey which you have to travel to earn money, make profits. earn money from your profits, not by selling your equity. If today I want to sell this equity, I think I'll have money for my generations.
Correct.
But still, I don't prefer that, and most of the time I have rejected all those proposals, whatever has come to me. If I'll go for any funding, I'll always go for something very big, and I'll make that company eligible to that big picture, right? So I think as an entrepreneur, very keen focus is you should focus on profits. Rather burning money, giving you 2,000 rupees to become my customer is not my cup of tea. I have never done this. I will never do this.
Makes sense. Interesting. Now, coming to the last part, which is today, let's say if I have to understand 3 activities that you always keep, your day aligned with. So let's say ये 3 चीज़ें तो मैं कभी भी नहीं, miss करूँगा. As also being, I think your entire operations are now being managed very well with all of the leaders that you have created. But still I see you, walking inside meetings and outside meetings and conversations and everything. So ऐसी कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जो आप अभी भी miss नहीं करते, during this journey, day to day?
I think mostly now I am involved into the think tank of Global Garner. I have pulled myself off from the regular day-to-day operations. Now my keen focus is only on bringing new USPs to Global Garner ecosystem, bringing new verticals, whatever we have created now to sustain that and to grow that. And now we have very less time because we have kept our target as 2025 to become the biggest organization in the world. So I think time is also less. So almost 900 something days are left now. So we are keenly focusing on how to utilize what we have and parallelly to exponentially multiply that. So my focus is now into that. So if you see me coming in meetings, it is only for new developments. Old things, I think the entire team is set, and now I'm fortunate enough to have a core team which takes care of everything. I don't even have calls to attend or anything. I think they are taking care of the entire business. Of course, there are some glitches where I come in and I solve them, but 99% now I am not involved in the day-to-day activities of Global Garner. Yes, but now my keen focus is just to enhance the business.
I think this links to your first learning from HDFC to create those process and get to a place.
Because look, if you want to create something really big, alone you will never be able to.
Right.
You have to find right team, right teammates, and right acumen people coming into the system, and they take your vision forward. Okay. Alone, you cannot build an empire. So I think I'm fortunate enough to have such people in my team who are actually now taking things forward. So, and SDFC, as I told you, it is a purely system-oriented organization. I am just in love with that organization, though I have left it in 2006, but still whatever I have learned there, I am implementing in my day-to-day life.
Amazing, interesting. Now, now that you brought, the vision and mission that we, are striving towards, it's one of the biggest missions I think any company can have in India. To make our users understand what it looks like to be the biggest organization in the world, how would you translate that?
Look, as I told you, when I started, it was never to become world's biggest or something. But as I grew into this system and there were people connected to me, and then we start talking about the future plans of Global Garner and this and that, I saw now I have a right set of team who can visualize something really big. And I always thought of why can't India build something which is going to the world. Yes. Always everything comes from the other part of the world to India, and they are the world's largest, this largest, that largest. So I thought, why not a sales company which is never there in the world, and we become the first pioneer company to come from India to the world, where we say, yes, we have created the world's biggest organization. And we are not just saying for the sake of saying. If you see, we have a sensible number behind to back that. Let's say today we are almost 18,000 people. Let's say we just multiply it by 50 in next 2 years. Let's say all our 18,000 people are selling, let's say 50 UPOSes in next 2 years. We are 9 lakh franchises all across India right now, right? At that time. Who will be the biggest distributor in the world, I can say? whoever wants to come into India, we will be the biggest distributor. 9 lakh franchise, even with 100 customer base or 300 customer base, we are talking about 27 crore consumer base.
Wow.
Correct. And for which we are not spending even a single penny. We are in fact earning on getting the user. So the entire formula we have reverse. We are not getting into that CAC or maybe customer acquisition, this cost, that cost. We are doing a clean business, which actually if you see like Google or Facebook have followed. When Google came in, they never focused on marketing. They were always into mouth publicity. Correct. If you remember 2008, 2009, you used to get a mail. Now you can refer 5 people. Right? Google was not there कि आप बस गए and you just made your Google ID. It was like that. So they have utilized the power of public. Right. We are also trying to do this. And secondly, there was no risk of money involved in that. When we referred Google or Google Pay or today whatever we are referring, same ways what we have done is in consumer forum, we have not done anything which seems to be risky to them. Okay. Referral is free, downloading the app is free, using the app is free, nothing for the consumer. So consumer feels मेरा जाता क्या है, मुझे तो ये वही दवाइयाँ खरीदने को बोल रहा है, वही गोल्ड खरीदने को बोल रहा है, वही brands बोल रहा है. I have nothing to lose, but whatever they are claiming, if 0.1% also they are right, it's a big game, right? So I think that has been mantra in Global Garner for us कि yes, let's create something which is beyond boundaries, and then we will multiply it to 187 countries for which we have a copyright also. Right. So in entire business model, entire processes, everything, we have taken a copyright also. Right. The way we are doing cashbacks, nobody else is able to do it. Right. So for which this giant also tried to do lot of activities that we closed down, and then he can use our copyright also. But of course we have survived now, and now we are excelling to that.
Amazing. Very interesting. Because of just one question, agar, if it was not Global Garner, what other business that you think would you be part of?
I'm really fond of food, so I would have been into food business.
I
had a business where I failed miserably, but okay. Of course, still, if not Global Garner, I would have been into food business.
Very interesting. Someone who is starting fresh to becoming an entrepreneur today, what tips would you suggest to them? Keep that right. Like one of the tips that I can take out of this conversation, जो कि है profit. Focus on profit. Focus on creating value for your end user. उसके अलावा
I think the first part I already said कि work for an organization. If you want to learn everything, go for a startup. If you want to learn system processes, go for a bigger giant. Secondly, if you are starting a business where you have some competitor in mind, let's say if you want to start a Flipkart or an Amazon, work with them, understand what they are doing, what right they are doing, what wrong they are doing, and therefore you will be able to implement those elements in your own company. Correct. If you'll see, Global Garner is also nothing but whatever my learnings were there in my previous assignments, I have put everything in this. I might be also doing a number of wrong things. Somebody will create a better organization also. But as of now, I think as a startup owner, startup is good, but for 1000 days, हमारे गुजरात में जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि आपको अपने आप को खिलाना पड़ता है अपने बिजनेस को. उसके बाद वो शायद आपको 1000 साल खिलाएगा, बट 1000 दिन की जिम्मेदारी आपकी है. और अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं बिजनेस में, ये सोच के उतर रहे हैं कि आप आज बिजनेस करेंगे और अगले महीने से सैलरी की तरह जैसे हर कंपनी में आती है वैसे आने लगेगी, यू आर सैडली मिस्टेकन. बिजनेस जितना ये स्टार्टअप कूल लगता है लोगों को आज, इतना कूल है नहीं. तकलीफें बहुत होती हैं व्हेन फंड्स ड्राई अप और देयर आर अ नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स. बी रेडी फॉर दैट प्रॉब्लम्स. 1000 दिन आपके सबसे वर्स्ट होंगे लाइफ में, ये मैं आपको गारंटी दे सकता हूँ बीइंग एन स्टार्टअप. हाँ, और दूसरा, अपनी कंपनी को बेचने के बारे में मत सोचिए. लोग क्या करते हैं, थोड़ा सा वैल्यू क्रिएट करते हैं, वैल्यूएशन क्रिएट करते हैं, उसको बेचना शुरू कर देते हैं. आई थिंक दैट इज अ रॉन्ग प्रैक्टिस विच I am not no one to comment on that, but yes, I feel myself that is a wrong practice. Don't sell your company. Build an organization, build a value. Valuation will automatically come. Correct. Once you start making profits, your confidence will increase. You are not behind investors. Investor will actually come to you. And there are n number of ethical ways also to make money in business. Follow them. Because end of the day, it is not only you who has to make money. Everyone associated with you should be making money. So your employees should grow, you should grow, your entire organization should go, and you should always focus on the longer term perspective. Today, what people are doing is just working on something, buying these consumers. 2000 रुपए का कैक है मेरा, ये है वो है, और बड़े अजीब अजीब से शब्द हैं लोगों के पास. But I think the real core lies in becoming a Reliance or a Tata. They always focus on 100-year business. They don't think ये मेरे 2 साल में क्या होगा, 4 साल में क्या होगा. So I think that is the company from where we should learn.
Also, मैंने आपकी एक पोस्ट देखी थी जहाँ पे someone had texted you कि अभी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आपका एग्जाम्पल दिया जाता है और सभी लोग आपको जानते हैं, आपकी सेल्स टेक्निक्स वगैरह को फॉलो करते हैं. क्या ऐसा था, if you could probably if you have decoded your own journey?
I think I was always very blunt. I have never filtered my words. जबकि सेल्समैन को लोग कैसे देखते हैं, दे आर वेरी पुशी, दे टॉक वेरी स्वीट एंड एवरीथिंग. आई थिंक आई हैव बीन वेरी ब्लंट टाइप ऑफ सेल्समैन. मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे सकता हूँ. जैसे जब हम इंश्योरेंस सेल करते थे तो ज़्यादातर जो मेरे कलीग्स थे या कोई भी थे मेरे काउंटर पार्ट्स, दे यूज टू गिव डिस्काउंट्स ऑन वट एवर प्रीमियम दे आर कलेक्टिंग, राइट. या एजेंट बनाने जाते थे तो वही एजेंट का फी भर देते थे, 1400-1500 रुपये होता था. मैं 1400-1500 रुपये तो जो लेता था वो लेता ही था, उसका जो डीडी भरने का फीस होता था 30 रुपये, वो भी ले लेता था. सो आई हैव नेवर डन लाइक कहते हैं ना, एक बेसिक प्रिंसिपल मेरे बचपन से ही सेट है कि समहाउ शायद वो कहते हैं ना, आज जब मैं पीछे पलट के देखता हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद ये मुझे होना था, इसीलिए मेरी जर्नी ऐसी रही. क्योंकि लोग बड़ा आश्चर्य मानते थे उस समय भी कि यार तुम इतना गंदा बोलते हो, तुम किसी को कुछ भी बोल देते हो और तुमसे लोग पॉलिसी भी खरीद रहे हैं, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है. एंड आई वॉज ऑलवेज नंबर 1 विद ऑल माई ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. तो मैं जैसे मुझे कोई बोलता था कि डिस्काउंटिंग कितना करोगे, तो मैं बोलता था देखो सर, मैं डिस्काउंटिंग अगर आपको चाहिए मैं कर दूंगा, बट 2 चीजें नहीं करूंगा. अब आपका फोन नहीं उठाऊंगा, कोई सर्विस नहीं दूंगा, और जब दोबारा पॉलिसी चाहिए होगी तब आपको फोन करूंगा. तो सामने वाला एकदम कहते हैं ना, एक अलग रिएक्शन हो जाता था उसका, क्योंकि ही नेवर एक्सपेक्टेड दिस आंसर फ्रॉम एनी सेल्समैन. मैंने कहा देखिए वो मेरा इंसेंटिव है टू गिव यू सर्विस, मुझे हर साल मिलेगा, बट वो मुझे इसलिए मिल रहा है क्योंकि मैं आपको सर्विस दूंगा उसकी. अगर आप मुझसे वो पैसा ले लोगे तो मैं पेट्रोल कैसे डलवाऊंगा, मेरी फोर्ड आइकॉन कैसे चलेगी, मैं आपको 4 बार होटल ले जाता हूं, मैं आपको पार्टी करता हूं, मैं आपको सारे सर्विस दे रहा हूं, ये कैसे होगा. मैंने कहा मेरी 11,800 रुपए की तनख्वाह है, मैं कैसे मेंटेन करूंगा. मेरा ड्राइवर का तनख्वाह 8,000 रुपए है. अभी आप बोलो मैं कैसे मेंटेन करूंगा. मेरे को जब ये इंसेंटिव मिलता है तो मैं ये मेंटेन करता हूं. एंड समहाउ दिस फॉर्मूला वर्कड एवरीवेयर. एंड देन फ्रॉम देयर एक्चुअली आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग दिस टोटली अनफिल्टर्ड टॉक. आई सॉ दिस कि लोगों को अनफिल्टर चलता है, उनको सच सुनना है. अगर आप सच बोल के बिजनेस करने लगो ना, तो आपका काम इजी हो जाता है. करेक्ट. आपको कोई ब्लफिंग नहीं करनी, किसी को कुछ गलत नहीं बोलना. सो आई ऑलवेज, जैसे मेरे फोन में कॉल रिकॉर्डर है, तो मैं जनरली क्या करता हूं, अगर आपसे कोई इंपॉर्टेंट बात हुई तो आपको भी भेज दूंगा रिकॉर्डिंग, मेरे पास भी रखूंगा, सो दैट टुमारो वी डोंट फाइट ऑन दिस कि यार आपने ये बोला था, मैंने ये समझा था और ये हुआ था. Everything documented, everything very blunt, everything. I don't show any rosy picture to anyone. I always talk on numbers. I always see कि yes, अगर ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा होगा, ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा होगा, ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा होगा. So I think that has been the key mantra of me. And if you'll see, मुझे अगर जैसे मैंने बताया ना, आपने जिन जैन का नाम लिया, आप देखोगे तो उनको मैंने जो भी बोला है वो भी पब्लिक फोरम में ही बोला है. मतलब वो थोड़े से रॉन्ग वे में निकल गया मेरे मुंह से, बट जो वो भी निकला तो वो भी पब्लिक फोरम में ही निकला. So I have never filtered what I am thinking, what I observe about anyone. So I think that has been key mantra of my growth, where people have attached to me. Why? Because I talk what I feel. Correct. I cannot mint my words. Correct. So that is now have gone into my DNA also. So today whatever I do is totally dil se.
I think that is the infectious thing, because when you show someone a vision, and if you have always been blunt and true, तो वो लगता है उन्हें कि नहीं ये बोल रहे हैं तो
हाँ. So वो अब लोग उस पर ट्रस्ट भी करने लगे हैं. जैसे वो उन्होंने कई बार मुझे टेस्ट कर लिया होगा कि यार इसने ये बोला है कि इसका क्या हुआ होगा. So जो मेरी ओल्ड स्टोरी, जैसे मैं अगर 8 महीने अपने एम्प्लॉय को सैलरी नहीं दिया तो मैंने लोगों को बताया, भर भर के बताया कि मेरे साथ ये मैंने नहीं दिया, मेरे साथ गलत हुआ, मैंने उस पर भी लोगों को भर भर के बताया. मैंने आई हैव नेवर शोन अ पिक्चर वेयर आई सी से एनीवन कि नहीं मेरे बहुत डीप पॉकेट्स हैं, मेरे साथ वर्क करो या समथिंग. आई ऑलवेज से कि हम बड़े बनने वाले हैं, ये तो गारंटी है. आज नहीं है, आज थोड़े दिन भूखे रहेंगे, बट हम वो बिल्ड कर रहे हैं कि जहां पे हम पहुंच जाएंगे. आज बस तकलीफ है, अगर ये तकलीफ में तुम साथ हो तो हम वहां पहुंचने वाले हैं, ये गारंटी है. हम छोड़ेंगे नहीं इसको. तो आई थिंक because HDFC, Birla and everything happened to me, and somehow I was able to deliver what I always said. Now I think that has gone into Global Garner also.
Amazing, very interesting. Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you so much for taking this time. And I hope काफ़ी सारे नए entrepreneurs को even employees who are currently working gets inspired from this and gets to go miles with this education.
Thanks for your time and whatever you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you.